Morning friends, vinyl community, Wes here, checking in from the patio. Finally got some nice fall, cooler weather here in northern Florida. Really nice to be able to wear a hoodie for once and be nice and cool and dry and really enjoyable. So as usual, I like to get out and do at least a few vinyl videos out on the patio here, enjoying the beautiful day. I just finished up my morning coffee and thought I would go ahead and shoot a video so I'll have something to upload today. So yeah, this past weekend was the Friends of the Library book sale. Another great sale, really enjoyable. Mainly books, but there's also records, DVDs, VHS, cassettes, CDs, magazines, any kind of physical media. They pretty much have it there. Not too many 8-tracks or wax cylinders or anything like that. Board games, just a huge warehouse of stuff. I think maybe in the intro I might have shown a sort of panorama I took of the warehouse it's in this year. It's a pretty large place. It's one of the biggest sales of its kind in the country, so that's really cool. That's something we have here, and it's just 6 blocks away, and a nice short walk for me. 6 old small city blocks here, so not too far away. Walk over there, buy some records, and come home. I also got some books. I meant to bring the books out. I'll go grab the books real quick so I can show those. I got just a few music-related books, so I thought I would show those. I got some photography books as well. I won't show those on this video. The first thing I got is Bob Dylan's Chronicles. I haven't read this yet, and I've heard it's really good. Chronicles Volume 1, 2004. So I picked that up. That was $1.25. We got Jimi Hendrix Electric Gypsy. Really very, very thorough, in-depth book on Jimi Hendrix. I don't know if this is a good one, but it looked like there was a lot of information in here, as well as a lot of pictures and stuff, and really in-depth things. 700 plus pages here of Jimi Hendrix stuff. And the last music-related book I got was Jay-Z's Decoded. I guess it's sort of, you could call it sort of his musical biography. He takes each of his songs and talks about the lyrics and what they mean in each song. So a pretty interesting book that Jay-Z did a couple years ago, and I've been wanting to read it, and found this at the sale this year for $3, so I grabbed it. So those are my music books. Let's go ahead and get into what you're here for, the records. The records were higher priced this year. They were noticeably higher priced, to the point where I chose not to go with my normal grab and go sort of method where I just grab anything that looks interesting. I really had to pare down and really look at things closely this time, just because the prices were 50% to 100% higher than they were just in the spring sale this year, and the spring sale prices were higher again. So prices have been going up. They're still really good compared to what you would find in a record store, but definitely prices are high enough to make you really think about what you're buying. So that was something different this year, a little bit of a different style. Wasn't able to use my normal style. So nothing at all under $1. Everything was $1 and up. It's usually, in the past, there's 50-cent records, there's 75-cent records, there's $1 records, and then there's a very few that are over $1. And this time they started at $1 and went up from there. The most expensive ones I got here were $3. So still, $3 for a record is not that much to pay, but definitely enough to where you're not just going to grab anything. So let's start off. I got these separated by price again. This first stack are all $1. So we got, the first thing we got here is Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians, Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars, I think it is. Yes, Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars, 1988. We all know the song What I Am. It continues to be played to death, but really have never listened to the rest of this album, and I really found this really clean copy on vinyl, so I thought I'd grab it for $1. Next thing we got here is Tanya Tucker, Lovin' and Learnin', from 1976. Do love Tanya Tucker, so saw this really clean copy in shrink and thought I would grab that and add that to my collection. 12-inch single from Real Life. This is the 12-inch single to Send Me an Angel, probably their most well-known song. Really great song, great 80s, 80s synth pop sort of song that I just love. Really happy to find this has an extended mix, the regular version, and then the song Like a Gun, which I don't know if it's a single only track or not, but for $1, I definitely wanted to have that. I'm still working on the Howard Jones ever since Kevin got me back into sort of seeking out his records, and this is a pretty late one here from 1989. This is called Cross That Line. Don't know what he was doing at this point music-wise, but for $1, I'll give it a try. Next up, we got a copy of Berlin's Love Life from 1984. Don't think I had purchased this one yet, so I grabbed that. Don't recognize any of the songs on here, so I don't know if there were any hits on here or not. But here's one I've been looking for a lot. I'm glad I finally found it. I almost bought this on Discogs at one point. This is the soundtrack to Smokey and the Bandit, one of my just favorite all-time movies. You know, I'm a car guy, so I love car movies, and this is just a classic, hilarious movie, and just a great one. Really glad to have the soundtrack to this one. Really glad I found that. Next up, another album from ABC. This is called Beauty Stab from 1983. I'm sure I probably know songs off of here, at least one, but I'm not recognizing any of the titles. I'm not really good with remembering titles and names of songs, but I know them when I hear them. And ABC is a great group, great synth pop group. So got that. Jefferson Airplane with Bark. Really super clean copy of this. So definitely worth $1. This one has the lyric poster sort of thing here, which I didn't even know was there. Sort of just an extra bonus. I'm glad like I said, this was a really clean, nice, complete copy of the album, so I picked it up. Alright, next up we got another album from Deodato. This is called Artistry. He's on MCA at this point from 1974. This is a live album from the Mississippi River Festival. And it does say sample copy down at the bottom there, but it's not a white label promo or anything. It does have came unglued there, but that's a nice easy fix. Not split, just unglued. Here's a really cool find. Ramsey Lewis, Funky Serenity. 1973 on CBS, Columbia. Really cool. A lot of jazz this year. Definitely that was the genre to have this year. That was the genre that was most prevalent, I think. You know, a lot of fusion type stuff, a lot of ECM, Keith Jarrett, Blue Thumb kind of stuff. Alright, next up, alright, we're moving on to the $1.25 pile. These are all $1.25 each, couple here. First one here, we got a compilation from Depeche Mode. This is People Are People from 1984. Got all the, a lot of big hits here. People Are People, of course, Leave in Silence, Everything Counts. Really cool, nice comp, and one I don't believe I have already, so that was nice to find that. Add that to my Depeche Mode collection. Next up is one I do already have, but it's definitely in worse shape than this. And this is Jefferson Airplane again, After Bathing at Baxter's. Really awesome. I love the cover artwork on this one. Definitely a classic album. Very cool inner sleeve there. And I think there's also a poster with this one as well, or a lyric sheet / poster. Once again, just a really nice, clean, original copy of this. Very nice, definitely worth $1.25 for that. Alright, next we got here some jazz. Herbie Mann at the Village Gate. Okay, and moving on to the $1.50 pile. These next batch were $1.50. We have CCR with Green River. And this actually happens to be a Canadian pressing. It's on Fantasy Records, but it's Canadian pressing. And there is TLC in the Deadwax. That's the lacquer company. And Dr. Deadwax has talked a lot about the lacquer company in the past. So definitely check his channel out if you haven't already. He's having a 666 Show Your Metal subscribers contest. So I know a lot of metalheads out there. Definitely go check out his channel. I will put a link to his channel down below. In case you're not already subscribed, you should definitely be subscribed to his channel. Awesome guy. Next up, another one from Deodato. This is 2001. Nice, really cool embossed cover here. Really shiny, typical CTI stuff here. Also got Billy Cobham, Hubert Laws, Stanley Clark, and Ron Carter, Ray Barretto, John Tropea. Don't know those two guys. I know the rest of them. Really cool find. It'd be cool to hear Deodato's version of 2001. Alright, next up we got a copy of Johnny Cash at San Quentin, still in shrink. One I've had in the past before, but it's in rough shape, and this is a nice copy of this. 2i Columbia. Really nice to find that. You know, a common album, but usually pretty well beat up. Nice to find a clean copy. Another jazz one that I just bought sort of on a whim just because I thought the artwork was really colorful and cool. This is Freddie Hubbard, Liquid Love from 1975. Ray Parker plays on here. Johnny Guitar Watson is on here. So yeah, it's Freddie Hubbard, Liquid Love from Kmart. Okay, so that was the end of the $1.50 records. We're moving on to a $1.75. First one we got here is on Apple Records. This is Modern Jazz Quartet Space. I don't know anything at all about the Modern Jazz Quartet. It's just, you know, it was on Apple Records and it had very intriguing artwork on it, so I thought it was something I should grab. Nice looking album there. And then we got Billy Cobham, Spectrum. What's this? I don't know if we have a date on this one or not. 1973. Beautiful Billy Cobham album here. It's definitely a nice find for sure. Okay, moving on to the $2 pile. These are all $2. A compilation from Jefferson Airplane. This is titled 2400 Fulton Street, an anthology. 2 LP set of Jefferson Airplane songs, put out in 1987 on RCA. Really cool compilation here sort of thing, and then the inner sleeves have information on each track and, you know, a bit of history and stuff about the band, so that'll be fun to listen to and read through and learn about Jefferson Airplane maybe some. Next up we got Kazumi Watanabe, Mermaid Boulevard. This is on Inner City Records from 1981. Got Harvey Mason, Lee Ritenour, Patrice Rushen plays on here. I thought this would just be interesting. I sampled this a little bit. It's kind of cheesy. It's kind of cool. Definitely a little bit electronic, fusion-y, jazz, kind of stuff. I'm hoping there's at least one really awesome track on here that I'll really like, but just an initial sample, it's pretty interesting. And $2, a little high to pay, but not too bad. Alright, we got Fleetwood Mac with Killing House, the early Fleetwood Mac that I didn't have. Very nice, clean copy of this for $2. And this one has, I don't know if this is a lyric sheet or, okay, this is photo collage in it as well. Like I said, a lot of these are really, they're super clean and they're complete and they're original, and so yeah, definitely worth paying a little bit more than normal for some of these. They're really nice copies of these. Okay, next up, moving on to $2.50 stack. I'm a sucker for these. I don't know, I have one that I bought in the past and didn't think I would buy any more, but I had to buy it. This is a folk compilation on Vanguard. This is called American Folk Singers and Balladeers. 4 LP set with a nice booklet inside. With the lyrics and the information on each song. Some of these are live recordings from the Newport Folk Festival. But you got, Joan Baez, Ian and Sylvia, Odetta, Rooftop Singers, Mike Seeger, the Weavers, Mississippi John Hurt, Lester Flatt and Scruggs, Foggy Mountain Boys, Fred Price, John Ritchie, and Doc Watson. Really nice folk compilation. Like I said, 4 LPs for $2.50. You can't go wrong. Even if you only listen to it once and pass it on, it's definitely worth $2.50. You can't do anything else for $2.50 these days. Alright, next up we got Iron Butterfly with Metamorphosis. I don't know when this was from. 1970. Definitely a cool one. I think I might have a copy of this already, but not in this kind of shape. It probably has split edges, split seams and stuff. Really nice copy of this. No kind of insert with this one, but just a really nice original copy of that. And then we got another Devi Dip, Carlos Santana with The Swing of Delight from 1980. Really cool 2 LP set here. And the last one at $2.50 we have U2's The Joshua Tree. And I do already have this. This is something that Zach sent me recently as a part of a contest prize. This is a really nice clean copy. It has the insert with it, which my other one was missing. A nice poster on one side, lyrics on the other side. And then what really made me buy this is, I don't know if it's going to be able to show up on this, I don't know if you can see any light coming through this or not, but this is pressed on Quiax vinyl. It's kind of that vinyl that looks black when you look at it, and then you hold it up to the light and you can see light coming through it. It's audiophile grade vinyl, really high quality stuff, so I definitely wanted to have this in my collection. Really just super clean, complete copy of this album, and where else are you going to find this for $2.50? So had to get that. And these last two were $3 a piece. So first one here, finally found this very clean, pretty clean copy of Cream's Wheels of Fire. Really glad, one I've been looking for a lot. See it often, but it's really always in bad shape. You know, you get really bad seam splits a lot of the times, and this one's in nice shape, beautiful, colorful gatefold on this. I love the packaging of this album. Nice 2 LP set, beautiful purple and tan Atco label. Really super clean copy of this. So again, it was $3, so that's expensive for the library sale, but where else are you going to find a copy this good for $3? And the last one we have for the first day of the library sale is The Who's Quadrophenia. Surprisingly, I did not already have this one. Another one I've been on the hunt for. Nice, pretty clean copy of this as well. Got a little bit of age on it, but nice looking copy for $3. Classic Who album. So that is the first day of the library sale. I have another stack I got yesterday, the second day. Split up into another video. I know this one's pretty long as it is, so I want to thank you for joining me for another Friends of the Library sale video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments on any of these if you like them, if you don't like them, give me any information on the ones I'm not real sure about. That would be appreciated. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.